Good morning, everyone. I hope you all had a lovely weekend. Welcome to another week of our wellness channel. For those who haven't tuned in before, my name is Marguerite and I am the Macmillan Move More advisor across the Wandsworth Borough. And this morning I'm going to take you through a 40-minute chair-based exercise class. So for this class you will need a nice sturdy chair to sit on. There is also the option to add in some weights to some of the exercises. So if you would like to do this, you can use some dumbbells, 2 cans of tinned food, which is what I'll be using, drink bottles, milk cartons, anything you can get your hands on around the house. I also recommend that you grab a drink bottle or a glass of water to ensure you keep yourself hydrated throughout the class. Please also remember to go at your own pace and do what you can. You can skip any exercises that you don't feel comfortable performing. If you need to stop, have a rest, grab a drink at any point throughout the class, please do so and return when you're ready. Please don't do this class if you feel ill or sick in any way, and if you begin to feel sick throughout the class, I urge you to please stop immediately and only return to the class once you are feeling better. If you are unsure if these exercises are safe for you to perform, please do get in touch with us via the contact details below, and we are more than happy to provide some advice and one-on-one support through the Move More service. So we're going to start with a warm-up. So we're not going to need any equipment for this, and the warm-up is just to slowly elevate our heart rate and get that blood flowing around our body, ready for the exercise class ahead. So we're going to warm up the whole body, starting at the top with our neck, and we're just going to slowly turn to the right, just far across that's comfortable for you. Slowly go back to center and then to the left. We'll do a couple more times on each side, looking over to the right, back to center and then to the left. We'll do one more time, going to the right and then to the left. Back to center. Move down to our shoulders and we'll do some shoulder shrugs. So you can have your hands on your thighs or down at your side. And we're just going to raise our shoulders up to our ears, hold for 1, 2, and then release. Do this a couple more times. Shoulders up to ears, 1, 2, slowly release. We'll do one more. Excellent. Now we'll do some shoulder circles. We're going a forward rotation. Again, hands can be on your thighs or down at your side. And we're just going to roll our shoulders forward, letting those hands and arms just free. A couple more times in forwards motion, and then we go to a backwards. One more time. All right, changing to a backwards rotation. A few more times. Excellent. Sticking with those shoulders, we're going to have our hands down at our side. We're going to keep our arms nice and straight, and we're going to slowly bring our hands out in front of us, taking them up high above our shoulders, as high as is comfortable for us, and then slowly releasing back down. Keeping those arms nice and straight. If you need, you can do one arm at a time, keeping the other arm down by your side, and then alternate to the other arm to give both those shoulders a warm up. Otherwise, sticking with the 2 arms. One more time. Excellent. Sticking with a similar movement. This time we're going to take our arms out to our side, keeping them nice and straight, slowly raising up above our head as far as is comfortable for us, and then slowly lowering back down. Again with this one, You can do one arm at a time if needed. Remember to alternate to the other arm so that you're warming up both sides of the body. Of course, going with 2 arms if you can. We'll do one more time. Excellent. Now we'll move down to our chest. So we're going to put our hands close together, straight out in front of us in the center, and we're going to slowly separate our hands, pulling them back, taking your arms behind your body if you can, but just go to a position that's comfortable for you, holding for 3, 2, 1. Slowly release, taking those hands back to meet in the center. We'll do this 2 more times. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Back to center. Excellent. Now we'll move down to the lower body and we're going to do some calf raises. So we're going to start with our feet flat on the floor. We're going to keep our toes in contact with the floor and we're just going to raise up our heels and then lower them back down. So we'll be doing this exercise a little bit later in the class, but for now, just raising them slightly off the floor just to start warming up that lower body. We'll do a couple more. Last one. Excellent. Now we're going to do toe raises. So we're going to keep our heels in contact with the floor and we're just going to lift our toes up and then back down. A few more. Last one. Excellent. Now we're going to do some circle rotations on the ankle. So we're going to keep our left foot flat on the floor. We're going to lift up our right foot and we're going to rotate it in a clockwise direction, just warming up that ankle joint there. All right, one more in the clockwise direction and changing to an anti-clockwise direction. One more. Excellent, popping that right foot down. Now we're going to do the same with the left, lifting it off the floor, going in a clockwise direction to start with. Nice big circle. One more, and then we'll change directions. All right, changing to an anti-clockwise direction now. Excellent, one more. Pop that on the floor. Now we're going to keep with the ankle and we're going to do some ankle pumps. Left foot on the floor, picking up that right foot, starting with your toes pointing towards the ceiling. Then we're going to pump our ankle down so our toes are now facing the floor. Back up to the ceiling and then down to the floor. Just do a couple more on this foot and then we'll change to our left. Last one. Right foot down, picking up the left, starting with your toes pointing towards the ceiling and then down towards the floor. Back up to the ceiling and then down towards the floor. Last one. Excellent. Now we'll start warming up the legs a little bit. We're going to do some toe taps out in front of us, starting with the right foot, just stretching your foot out, tapping with your toe, back in and alternating legs. Excellent, keeping with this movement, but we're going to change from a toe tap to a heel tap, so tapping that heel out in front of you. Excellent. Now if you want to bring your upper body in with the movement, we can. So keeping with our feet moving like this, we're just going to raise our arms up to the side. So this is called a seated jack, and we're going to use this exercise later in the class as well, of course, if you need, just with the feet. Right, we'll do one more on each foot. Excellent. Now we'll just warm up the abdominals, seat it up nice and straight. We're just going to clasp our hands together, stretch them out in front of us. We're going to slowly twist to the right, just about 45 degrees, back to center, and then to the left. One more time on each side. Excellent. And we'll just do a quick side stretch. So keeping our left hand down at our side, right hand up above our body, leaning to the left for a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Switching sides, left hand up, right down at our side, leaning to the right. 1, 2, 3. All right, one more time on each side. 1, 2, 3. Last one. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. So that is our warm-up done and dusted. I hope you're all feeling energized for the class ahead. So do grab a drink if you need, and we'll get started with the class. So the layout of this class is I have 3 sets of exercises, and each set there are 3 strength-based exercises, warming up either working either the upper body or the lower body, followed by a 30-second cardio burst. We'll do each of those sets twice, and then we'll finish off with a set of 3 abdominal exercises. Again, we'll perform that set twice, and then we'll do some stretches, and then we are finished with the class. So if you're going to use weights, now would be the time to grab them. Remember to go at your own pace. Stop and rest, grab a drink if you need. So we're going to start with our lower body, doing some leg extensions. So these are working our quadricep muscles, which is the top of our thigh. So we're going to just pop our weights on our thighs if we're using them, otherwise hands on thighs. We're going to keep our feet flat on the floor. We're going to start with our right leg. So we're going to lift up our right leg, extending our knee, taking our leg up as high as we can, but no higher than hip height, back down to starting, and that's 1. So we're going to do 10 on this leg, and then 10 on the left leg. Six, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Excellent. Right foot flat on the floor, same with the left. So extending at the knee, taking our leg nice and straight, and then back to starting. That's 1. Just 5 more. 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, last one, 10. Excellent. Now we'll go to our upper body, give those legs a bit of a rest. We're going to do an elbow extensions. This is working the upper parts of our arm. So we're going to take our elbows up to shoulder height, hands in front of our chest, palms facing inwards. We're going to keep our arms at shoulder height, and we're just going to extend at our elbows. As we extend, we rotate our wrists so that our palms are now facing outward, and then we're going to go back in, and that's 1. We've got 9 more of these. So try and keep those arms nice and straight and at shoulder height as you're doing this exercise. So that's number 4. Again, you can do one arm at a time if you need. That's 6, 7, 8, 2 more, last one, Excellent. Giving those arms a bit of rest, going back down to the lower body and doing those calf raises we did in the warm-up. So feet nice and flat on the floor, hands and weights on your thighs, keeping your toes in contact with the floor. Going to raise our heels up this time as high as we can and then slowly back down. That's one. So if you can, try and get a little bit higher than you did at the warm-up, keeping those toes in contact with the floor, raising our heels up as high as we can. So this exercise is for our calf muscles, which are our lower part of our leg at the back. 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Now we're onto our cardio burst. So you can pop your weights to the side or you can hold them. We're going to do some punches for 30 seconds. So just punching out straight in front of us as hard as you can. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Keeping it back nice and straight, feet flat on the floor, either holding your weights or just with your hands, punching straight out in front of you. So this exercise is a wee cardio burst just to get that heart rate a little bit higher, and then we'll go back to our strength-based exercises. We've got 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. So that is set 1 done. We'll do that one more time. So we'll go back, giving those arms a well-needed break, and we'll go back to our lower body with our leg extensions. So hands on your thighs, starting with our right leg, left leg flat on the floor. Raising up our leg, extending our knee, and then back down to start. That's 1. 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 more. Last one. Excellent. Right foot flat on the floor. Now the same with our left, extending at our knee, leg nice and straight, lowering back to starting. That's 1. 4, 5, 6. Excellent. 2 more. 10. Great. Back to that upper body. And we're going to do our elbow extension. Feet flat on the floor. Shoulder, elbows up to shoulder height. Hands in front of our chest. Palms facing inward. Extending at our elbow. Palms now facing outwards. Arms nice and straight at shoulder height. And then back to starting. That's 1. 2. Of course, you can do this one arm at a time if you need. Just remember to work both arms. So do 5 on one arm and then 5 on the other. Nine. 1 more. 10. Excellent. Back down to our lower body with our calf raises. We're going to leave our feet flat on the floor, raising our calves up, our heels up as high as we can. 3, 8, 9, 1 more, 10. Excellent. Popping those weights down if you don't want to use them for the punches. We've got 30 seconds of our cardio burst, and then that is set number 1 of the exercises done. So we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. So just punching straight out in front of you, keeping that back nice and straight, feet flat on the floor, That's 10 seconds down, 20 to go. Seconds down, almost there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Excellent work, everyone. Grab a drink if you need, and then we'll go on to our second set of exercises. Same layout, 3 strength-based exercises, followed by a cardio burst for 30 seconds, and then we'll repeat all those exercises. So as you're just grabbing a drink, I'll show you the first exercise. So we start staying with our upper body. We're doing a bicep curl. So we're going to keep our hands down at our side, elbows in at our body. We're just going to bend at our elbow, bringing our palms to our shoulders, and then slowly lowering back down to starting, and that's 1. So when you're ready, we'll start with our bicep curls. So 1, 3, 4, 5 more, 2 more, 9, and 10. Good job, everyone. We're moving down to our lower body, and we're going to do a hip abduction. So this is good for strengthening our hip joints. So we're going to do one leg at a time. Hands and weights on our thighs, starting with our right leg. So left leg staying flat on the floor. We're going to lift up our right foot slightly off the floor, and then take it away from our left leg, just as far as is comfortable for you. Tapping on the floor if needed, then raising off the floor again, and then back to starting, and that's 1. So we do 10 on our right leg and then 10 on our left. Here we go. So you don't need to lift your foot off very high off the floor. We're just raising it so that it doesn't drag across the floor. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 more, 10. Excellent. Giving that right side a rest. We'll do the same with the left, lifting it slightly off the floor, taking our leg away as far as it's comfortable, tapping on the floor if needed, and then back to starting. So for this exercise, we're keeping our back and upper body nice and straight. It's not moving. We're just moving at our hip joint there, taking our leg out to the side. 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, 10. Excellent. Move back to the upper body, pop one of our weights down. If we are using weights, we're going to work our tricep muscles. So this is the back muscle of our arm. I'm going to start with our right arm. So we're going to raise it high above our head. We're going to use that left hand for support, holding onto the lower part of our arm. And we're going to keep our arm nice and straight. And we're just going to bend at our elbow, taking our hand behind our back, keeping our left hand holding that lower part of the right arm and straightening back up, and that's 1. 2. So it's important to keep that lower part of the arm nice and still, close to your head, and we're just bending and straightening at our elbow joint. 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, 10. Excellent. Same on the other side, so holding the weight in our left hand, straight up above our head, right hand grabbing that lower part of our arm, bending at the elbow, taking our hand behind our shoulder, and then straightening back up. That's 1. 5, 5 more. 8, 9, last one, 10. Great. Popping that other weight down, we're going to do our seated dip, which we did in the warm-up. Pop those out the way. So I just remind you what this is. So we're doing a toe tap out front with our feet, and as we're doing that, raising our arms up to the side. Of course, if needed, just stick with your feet, doing toe taps out in front of you. So do this for 30 seconds, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So just alternate toe tap with our arms going up at the side, but if needed, just focusing on that lower body. 10 seconds down, 20 seconds to go. This is the last exercise of round 1, set 2. So we'll do each of those exercises one more time. 3, 2, 1. Go to work, everyone. All right, we'll go back to our upper body with our bicep curls. So grabbing those weights if you're using them. Feet flat on the floor, arms down by our side, palms facing outwards, elbows under our body, curling our hands up to our shoulders, and then back down to starting. That's 1. Remember to keep those elbows nice and tight in our body, keeping the upper part of our arm nice and still, and we're just bending and then extending at the elbow joint. 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Excellent. Back down to our lower body with our hip abduction, starting with our right foot, raising it slightly off the floor, opening up our hip, tapping on the floor if needed, and then back to starting. We've got 9 more. 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 more. 1 more on this leg. 10. Excellent. Right foot flat on the floor, same with the left, slightly off, lifting the foot slightly off the floor, and then back to starting. 5, 6, 7, 3 more. 9, last one, 10. Excellent. Popping one of those weights on the floor, out of the way. We're going to go to our tricep extension, starting with our right arm. Right arm straight up above our head, left arm holding that lower part of our right arm, and then we're going to bend at our elbow, taking our hand behind our shoulder, and then straightening back up. That's 1. 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 more. 'Last one on this arm, 10. Excellent. Changing over, left arm straight above our head, right arm, hand grabbing the lower part of our left arm, bending our elbow, taking our hand behind our shoulder, and then straightening back up. That's 1. 4, 5, 6. Excellent, good work, guys. 7, 3 more. 8, 9. Last one. 10. Excellent. Popping that other weight down. We're going to go back to our cardio first. Our 30 seconds of our sitting jacks, or just our toe taps if we leave the arms out of it. We'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So this is the last exercise of set 2. We've got one more set just like this, 3 strength-based exercises followed by a cardio burst. We'll do that set twice as well. So we are halfway, we've got 15 more seconds to go. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Excellent work, everyone. Grab a drink if you need. As you're grabbing a drink, I'll show you the next exercise. So it's to go down to the lower body, working our hamstring muscle, which is the back of our thigh. So we're going to keep our left foot flat on the floor. We're going to outstretch our leg, heel on the floor, and we're just going to bend forward slightly. And as we bend forward, we'll feel that stretch down the back of our thigh, and then straightening back up, and that's 1. So when you're ready, popping that right foot out in front of you, heel on the floor, bending forward, feeling that stretch. Back to a straight upright position, that's 1. We'll do 10 on each leg. 4, that's 5, we've got 5 more. 7, 8, 9, 1 more. 10, excellent, popping that back in. We'll go to the left leg, straight out in front of us, heel on the floor, bending down, feeling that stretch, back to an upright position, that's 1. 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 more. 9, last one. 10, excellent. Now we'll give that lower body a bit of a break. We'll go up to our upper body, working our shoulders, so feet flat on the floor, back nice and straight. We're going to take our elbows up to shoulder height. This time our hands up above our elbows. We're going to press our hands nice and straight above our head, and then back down to our starting position, which is elbows at shoulder height, and we're going to do this 10 times. So nice and straight and high as you can. 4. So as you can see, I'm taking my hands to the center where they meet and then separating them back down to our starting position. Keeping our back nice and straight as we're doing this. 8, 9, 1 more. 10, excellent. Back down to our lower body. We're going to do some marching. So back nice and straight, hands and weights on our thighs. We're just going to raise up our knee just to a comfortable height, and we're going to do 10 on each side, so 20 marches in total. So this is actually a good exercise for your abdominals as well, if you keep your back nice and straight as you're lifting up each knee. That's 10, we've got 10 more. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Excellent. Off to our cardio burst now. We're going back to those punches. So popping those weights down if you don't want to hold them throughout this cardio burst. So we've got 30 seconds, feet flat on the floor, back nice and straight, and we're just going to punch straight out in front of us as hard and fast as we can. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. This is our second to last cardio burst. We've got one more set of those exercises we just did, and then we'll move on to our abdominal exercises. Ten more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent work, everyone. We'll go back to that hamstring stretch that we did at the start. So we'll start with our right leg again, stretching it out in front of us, heel flat on the floor, slight bend forward, feeling that stretch down the back of our thigh, and then straightening back to our upright position. That's 1. 3, 4, 5, 5 more. 8, 9, 1 more. 10. Excellent. Right foot back to flat on the floor, stretching out that left foot, heel flat on the floor, bending slightly forward, feeling that stretch, back to upright position. Five more. 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. Excellent. Going back to our shoulder press. Feet flat on the floor, nice straight back, elbows up at shoulder height, hands above, pressing nice and high, hands beating in the middle above our head, and then lowering our elbows back to shoulder height. That's 1. 4, 5, 5 more. 8, 9, last one. 10. Excellent. All right, taking those hands on our thighs, we're doing our marches, 10 on each leg, so 20 in total. Starting with our right, and then our left. Remember, keeping that back nice and straight. We're engaging our abdominals and core for this exercise as well. This is 10, we've got 10 more. 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. We've got 30 seconds of our punches left, and then we are done with set 3 of the exercises. We'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Punching straight out in front of us, keeping our feet nice and flat on the floor, back nice and straight. This is our last exercise of punching. So try to go a little bit harder, a little bit faster than we did previously. That's 15 seconds down. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent work, everyone. Pop those weights down to the side. Grab a drink if you need. We're going over to our last set of exercises, which is for our abdominals. So we've got 3 exercises and we'll perform each of these twice. So as you're having a quick drink, having a quick break, I'll show you the first exercise. We're going to shuffle ourselves forward on the chair, feet nice and flat on the floor, back nice and straight, arms crossed over our chest. We're going to lean back, so our back touches the back of the chair, and then we're going to bring ourselves forward back to that upright position. So we'll do this 10 times. Are you ready? Okay, this is number 1 here. Perfect. 3, 4, 5 more, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, and 10. Excellent. We'll move to our next exercise, which is a seated cycle crunch. So we're going to pop both our hands behind each ear. We're going to lift up our left knee, and as we're lifting up our left knee, we're slightly twisting. So our elbow is going in the direction of our knee, and then lowering that foot, lifting up our right foot again, left elbow twisting in the direction of our right knee, and then back to starting. So I do this 10 times, 5 on each side. So take this one nice and slow. Just a slight twist in our torso. One more, 10. Excellent. Now we're going to do a side bend. So we're going to start on our left side. We're going to have our right hand behind our right ear, left hand down at the side. We're going to lean to the left as if we're going to touch the floor, and then back upright. That's 1. So keeping our back nice and straight, even as we're bending over. 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Excellent. Popping that right arm down at our side, left hand behind our left ear, and then bending to the right as if we're going to touch the floor. It's 5, we've got 5 more. 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Excellent. All right, we'll do each of those exercises one more time, starting with the lean back in our chairs. Just shuffle yourself forward on the chair, feet flat on the floor, hands crossed over our chest, leaning back to touch the back of the chair or as far as we can, and then bring ourselves back up to our upright position. So that's 1. We'll do 9 more. That's 5. We've got 5 more. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Good job. 2 more exercises to go, guys, and then we will finish with some stretches. So we're going to go back to our seated cycle crunch. So each hand behind your ears. We're going to start with our left leg, lifting up our left leg, right elbow pointed towards it, back down to ground, and then the same with the opposite side. So that's 2. 8, 9, one more, 10. Excellent. Now I've got one more exercise to do. It's our side bend. Right hand behind our right ear, left hand hanging down at our side, leaning to the left, and then back to our upright position. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, 10. Excellent. Now on the other side, left hand behind our left ear, right hand hanging down our side, leaning to the right. 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 more, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Excellent. All right, that is all our exercising done. I hope you enjoyed that class. I'll just finish off with some stretches to cool the body down. We'll start with our hamstrings, which is the back of our thigh. We're going to outstretch our right leg, keeping our heel on the floor. So we did this exercise in the session. So we're going to put both our palms, both our hands on our thigh, and we're going to lean forward. But this time we're going to hold it there. So you should feel the stretch down the back of your thigh there. Excellent. Taking that leg back in, stretching out our left leg, heel on the floor, both hands on our left thigh, leaning forward and holding there so we feel that stretch down the back of our thigh there. Holding it for a little bit longer. Excellent. Now we'll stretch our arm and shoulder, so we're keeping our right arm up and we're going to pop it back at our back as if we're doing the tricep extension, and then popping that left hand onto the lower part of your arm and kind of just pushing it a little bit to feel that stretch a little bit stronger. Excellent. Changing arms, starting with it straight up above your head, taking your hand behind your shoulder, taking that right arm, holding it on the elbow and just pressing it down a little bit to feel that stretch. Holding it for a little bit longer. Excellent. Now we'll do a shoulder stretch. So right arm across your chest and then bring that left arm under at the elbow, pulling it towards your chest. Again, this is just making the stretch stronger. All right, and change sides, left arm across the chest, right arm curling under at the elbow, pulling it closer to the body. Great. All right, we'll raise our right hand over our head, bending to the left. We're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll do one more on each side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. We're going to stand up so we can do a couple more stretches on our lower body. We're going to keep that chair there for support. We're going to do a calf stretch. So we're going to put our left foot in front of our right foot. We're going to keep our back leg nice and straight, but bending our front leg. So we're going to bend in our front leg, back nice and straight. I'll show you from the side. So back leg nice and straight, front leg bent, and we're feeling this in the back lower part of our leg. So our calf muscle. holding on to that chair for support. Excellent, changing over, putting that right foot out the front, left foot behind, left leg at the back is nice and straight, right leg at the front is bent, again feeling it down our calf muscle on our back leg. Great. All right, we'll do our quadriceps, so our front of our thigh, holding onto that chair. I'll show you from the side. We're going to bend our knee, taking our foot behind. So you can either just hold your leg here like this, or if you can grab your foot or your ankle, or you can grab your trouser legs, whatever is comfortable. Excellent, changing legs. Remember, holding onto that chair for support. Right, popping that foot down, giving our hands a bit of a shake, feet a bit of a shake, body a bit of a shake. We'll do a couple deep breaths in and out. Deep breath in and out. One more deep breath in and out. Thank you everyone for joining me this morning. I hope you enjoyed the class. If you would like to get in contact with the Move More service, either just to find out some more information about us or to get some one-on-one physical activity support, please do either email us at waccg.movemorewandsworth@nhs.net, or you can give us a call on 07467 353 487. I will pop those contact details in the description below, so please do get in touch if you'd like to have a chat. Hopefully we'll see you at the same time next week. Have a good week everyone, keep well, keep safe, and I'll hopefully see you at the same time next week. Thank you for joining me. Bye.